Hi, welcome back to the end of Skyblock, where we just kicked up to week 17 for Snap. I'm like seconds ago. I had the game in week 16 and you couldn't get in because yours updated, so I had to wait for mine to. It wouldn't let me have it until a minute later. So maybe they're going alphabetically, I don't know. So I don't know what. There's nothing about this yet. There's no. It's no one knows what it does yet. I don't know if there's anything new. Like, I don't know what there would be that's new. I suppose we'll find out. Well, if we wait a couple hours, it'll mention online what's new, but I have no idea. Me. Okay. Meanwhile, oh, I've been letting this run otherwise in week 16. This got full enough that it was overspilling, in fact. So I set this thing up to. Could probably automate it, but I don't really have room for it. Although, to make room, I could just make it taller. That would do it. And we'd get, I'd be able to hook one of these up to the back here somewhere, have like a hopper. I could almost do it, it's this one, right? I could almost do it now if I had a hopper that let off somewhere, but it's not really, it's kind of a mess. So I just did this, it's manual, but you take out the roses, throw them in here, and they go through the hoppers into these things, which spit out bone meal. About that, we also overflowed on bones. Not all better yet. And, so we've been blocking those up a bit, so we have that. Iron is... Iron futures are trading at like -36 a barrel right now. We have a lot of that. Something... Oh, we were overflowed on gunpowder too. So we have lots and lots of gunpowder we gotta do. Our only real use for gunpowder, especially in Skyblock where it's hard to get sand, is to make these things with paper and gunpowder. So we're storing those up, I guess. I mean, technically, it's actually exactly the same number. If you have 52 slots of stacks of 64 in here, that's the same as 52 stacks of gunpowder. The paper basically goes away when you do it. So you use 4 things to make them and you get 3 back. But in terms of gunpowder, it's just a straight translation. What else is new? Well, we don't know. That's the thing. I've been thinking about a couple of things. We have the only thing really left to do, according to the rules, I guess, is to build a house and put stuff in it. We have to get, and by the way, that's all filled in now. Oh, one other thing. Give me this real quick. I'm just gonna try this. Who knows? Maybe 117 will make it more likely. If I use, because there's 1 use left on this netherite hoe at this point. If I use it, no achievement. So okay, just making sure. Unless, you know, they did that thing again where they went from 0. Or no, it would have stuck around if that was the case. Doesn't matter. When they changed how that worked, it used to be you got 0 uses left and then used it and it would break. And a lot of people including me, using these things at the time. The diamond hoe. We had them almost used up when, shockingly, it just suddenly changed. So when we did get them used up, we didn't get an achievement. How many? A couple hundred. That's going to take them. I'll do it later. Oh yeah. So house is going to go here, which is all taiga-ish stuff. I think potentially, especially if we were over there somewhere to make sure none of this was loaded, we might get wolves after all because this is where they ought to spawn. So you know, it's something that, would you go away? Why is it still here? Oh, okay, good. So you know, we need a house, we need, build a house, add dyed carpet, we can do, and stained glass, we can do. Hang a map, we don't have one of those, but we could do it. A clock, we have paintings we can make. That one is, we have the flower pots. What's funny is we only have 5 flowers. It's different, I assume means we need a 6th. You'd use a cactus, but is that a flower? I mean, it kind of is. And then pork, we have. I cooked some, I think, with carrots and potatoes are easy. We can cook some potatoes to make it. Oh, there's cats up there. Again. And then make a cake, a pie, and a dozen cookies. So, okay. All of which, I would say we build the house and then put stuff in it. I mean, that makes, otherwise we just got stuff sticking, sitting around. Which, the ingredients to make the stuff are largely sitting around too, but it just, we'll get to it. Should have just about, I mean, the hard one is cake, which I think, you know what, here, I'll just make this happen. Cake and cookies. Each need eggs. I'm trying to think how many. Are there any in there? Yeah, there's one coming, so I'll have that in a sec. How full is this thing, by the way? We never did get any butchers made. That's pretty full. That's pretty, yeah, we probably ought to do something with that sometime. The other thing I'm thinking is well, what the hell? Is it, I didn't break something, did I? No, here comes one. Okay.
Can you sell the feathers?
Yeah, but only to, to Fletchers, which we have some, right? It seems like we got Fletchers. Not all Fletchers, but some being open. It's kind of like getting glass from librarians. It's possible, but it's random. So they might want feathers, and they might want something that's not feathers. And I'm not even sure how far. Oh, no, yeah, these are good. He's somewhat opened up. By the way, I think we got, where is he even? I don't know. I think our mason wandered away and someone stole his job. So we have somewhere out there we have a mason who, this is the new one, he stole his job. Somewhere out there is also one who can't clock in now because he doesn't have anywhere to work. So, he's not considered essential. I don't know who, if anyone has, those are leather workers, has feathers. Yeah, everyone's everywhere. What time is it? Is it weird? Oh, it is. They're chatting, that's why. Whatever. So yeah, we can unload feathers, and if we had butchers, which we could have, they take a special oven. We could have, we could get rid of the chicken too. We could just cook the chicken and eat it as food, but these golden carrots are kind of better, or at least they have been. I'm not sure they still are. I don't know when anyone slept last, so this might be a good idea. Yeah, so another thing I'm thinking is well, first of all, yeah, let me show you. Let me show you what I know. That's the end. Okay. Let me show you what I know. If I ever get back out of bed. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then obviously that. Types of flowers. I'm trying to think what other types of flowers there really are that we could have. I mean, some stack, but I don't think we can do that. I've tried exhaustively bone mealing this to get, and that's what I've got. So over here, though, is a flower forest, which unfortunately is a little used up. Although the flip side of that, the good news, and then over here, incidentally, we have birch forest, which is relative to what I'm thinking. If we build up, none of this really needs skylight. Nothing about it requires, it could all be underground. There's torches to keep anything from, anything untoward from spawning. And then we could just, or build down, I guess. It doesn't make any difference, but up just seems easier to deal with. Well, I mean, somewhat. No, yeah, probably it is, because we went down. The birch forest one, I'm thinking if we planted birch trees, we could get birch tree wood, which is not a bad wood to have. Yeah, we're not going to get that happening down here. It is a pretty good wood to work with. It's nice and light. But also, if we do it in the birch forest, possibly the flower forest, I'm not really sure. 1 in 100 or whatever will have a beehive forest.
I thought it was flower forest.
I thought it was the other one.
I'm really new
to this game. Look it up real quick. I don't know, you're busy. Or, break that, whatever you want to do.
That was my phone.
Well, is it broken?
No more than usual.
Next time. Yeah, so what I'm thinking, one way or the other, we build with the flower forest should get us more types of flowers. Yeah, that's a forest, hang on. This is birch over here, right? Okay. I don't even know what flowers we don't have. Obviously a 6th one. Where the hell? I've lost... There it is. I found a corner of it. It's here. Okay. It's here. But again, I mean, nothing really here relies on being exposed to the sun, so we could just do that. We could just... How big is it?
Okay. Currently, bees spawn in plains, sunflower plains, and flower forest biomes with a 5% chance for a nest to spawn on either birch or oak trees.
Not birch forest.
No, I've never even heard of birch forest, so...
Yeah. Alright, then we'll just go flower forest for everything. And what I mean by that, I suppose, is we'll first of all let's build our way up to somewhere we can do something. What do I have to work with? Let's just give me that. And do I have ladders still? Like somewhere? Yeah.
Where did all these diamond pickaxes come from?
The end.
Oh.
Let me figure out where this is. Okay, here's some of it. So, plains, flower forest. Goes all the way somewhere. So let's start with. Okay. Start here. And figure out how, I don't know how far this stretches, so I want to be high enough up it doesn't interfere with anything we already have. Let's go to 80. I don't think that'll hurt anything. Put these ladders down. I guess we'll approach from this side. Why not? Did that like... Okay. Go up there and put ladders in. And that should mean being done with ladders, I guess. It doesn't matter that much. That's wrong. What am I looking for? Why is this still on? That is where I found ladders. So let me put those in there. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna want some. I just want a border around it like usual, basically. So give me. I'm gonna need more torches in this, by the way. A lot more, in fact, thinking about it. Let me set up to make some. Do we have a bunch of charcoal somewhere I'm not aware of?
Not that I know of. Oh, I guess I should do that for a bit.
What?
Chop down the tree so we have wood.
Oh, this is probably over. I'll just make a couple stacks. That'll give me eight stacks of torches. I'll just go make this work. Just the sooner we get on it, the sooner we'll have it. You know, it'll take a while, like 10 or 20 minutes to actually do this. So if I put this in here for now, and throw this one in here, and turn the system on, we should get stuff. Can I throw the cactus in here? Okay, yeah. Okay. So that'll be torches soon enough. Need sticks, but we can get those from bamboo. Alright, so we go up here. I'm still really trying to decide. I think we're good as far as lighting and not interfering with anything. Bring this up. Oh, this is not where I actually want it to be, is it? That's okay. Let me do this with it. And that should give me 10. I'm just trying to stick to my thing. Okay, where's torches? And if I go this way... Oh, and now I'm in plains, though. So I don't know where the hell I am. What if I go this way? How far... Mushroom fields. So logically we want to... Yeah, that's going to make sense to me. So forest, and then probably flower forest right there. That would make... So if I'm in forest, I can track where I'm going, I think. Assuming it is all something, it's a different grid than I use, but it's a grid, I think. So this will tell us when I get out of forest, we'll logically be out of flower forest on the edge. If that, why am I on 32? What happened to me? What was I saying that got me so confused? Okay, I don't know. That's just weird. 33, 34, birch forest. Starting where? Oh, way back here. Okay, let's just knock these out, and we'll cut it here. It doesn't have to be that big. I mean, it doesn't hurt if it's big, but it's unnecessary. All right, so now 1, 2, 3, 4, flower forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since we're up, you know, over that's swamped. Since we're over stuff that we already have, but there's no void beneath me directly, we could probably just fill this in with like grass.
Okay.
And not worry too much about a surface to put it on. If we take it out later, and I'm not even sure why we'd bother, we would probably have to, I don't know why the hell I said that. We'd probably have to, I'm out of torches by the way. Oh, we'd have to watch for it falling into those systems. If only, because we'd never get it back. What am I trying to... let me go all the way around and see where I can... Let me go get some... Oh, do I have wings on me? Good. I'm just gonna go away. Let's see what I have ready. What? Why is it cactus?
I don't know.
Oh, it didn't believe me when I put that in. Whatever. Is it in there now? I'm getting really... I was wondering why I only had one stack. I thought I should have two. Alright, so that ought to be... whatever. Meanwhile, we could probably also get, all the way over here. God, this place is getting big. Gimme, that, and this, and, let me just set these down. Here I should have, like, that's too bad. Oh wait, is that pause? Give me that many. Is a multiple of 4. Put that away because I don't really want to risk running out of anything else that's important. But with this we have there. So if you want, oh hell, let me put this down real quick. I can't do. I have self-touch on this. I would just get this stuff back.
Oh, I have to double again?
Yeah, we used up pretty much what we had doing the yard, so. Give me a sec, I might as well bang this thing up as much as I mean, it'll only be 36 of them, but still. If we're talking, I don't know why I'm doing, well no, yeah, because I don't have to furrow anything ever again, really. It's more about just using this up for an achievement I don't even really want, but whatever. And yeah, I should get 36 of these back, which I'll just toss to you, and you can make basically 72 coarse dirts, and then go on from there. We need more gravel. There might be more in the nether. Like, one day there will be, I just don't know if I left any behind necessarily from Midas, as he throws it at us. If not, we'll have to throw him some gold. This should be enough to do what I'm doing, I would think. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but 33, 34, 35, 36, that's for you. 143, I'll get to that later. Torches, which I could probably stop and grab some bamboo. And, okay, thanks. And make a half a stack of sticks, pick these up because I can, and a torch apparently. And what do I have here so far? Okay, so now back to what I was doing. Which is to go up here, figure out where I'm trying to go. That's assuming that's right. Yeah, I don't really need. I know where I'm going basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be if we just fill this in with dirt. Oh, and grass, I suppose. I'll have to do something about that real quick. I know what to do about it. That should be everything we're worried about. We'll just... I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing it's a couple hundred cubes of dirt, basically. Give me all this. Give me one of the dirts that you're playing with, once it's dirt. Actually, I don't care if it's dirt. I'll just take something. And get my silk touch shovel. Go get a grass. Throw this down and give me that after all. And there, I do need that after all. Okay, grab this thing, go up here. We probably want lights on this as we go, but you know, that's obvious. I don't know what that is. Is it? It's coarse dirt. Which means it's something you want. Here you go. Go up here and put in just a starter bit of grass. Like that, which means it's easier to walk around now. Yeah, as you get grass made up, you know, happening, let me know. Or not dirt, basic dirt.
Yeah.
What do you have right now in numbers?
35.
Let me have a few of these just to get started on my thing.
Okay.
Why the hell is there lag? I tried optimizing this when we came in and it didn't like it, it crashed. So, you know, that's fun. Alright, I'm just gonna start building in, veins, basically. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And, you know, from here we'll figure it out when we can. That should, with the torches up here, it'll help spread the grass a bit. There's one there that's going to do some good. You know what? I kind of hate that I just did that. Can I just have that? Or is it going to fall down? Oh, I hit the wings. Oh, whatever. Let's just put that right there, actually. To get that corner handled. Need a food. At the speed of lag. Which actually, let me check the book again, because I just realized there's something weird about the wording on the whole doing dinner. Did it say have one or eat them? Because I don't know if we can. I mean, we can eat things.
Serve.
Okay, so possess, it does. Because with the, that beacon is, you know, doing a regeneration, whatever. Let me check. I can't do it here. E. So what I want, not that. What the hell? This. Oh, it doesn't tell me, so that is a problem. Lose this, apparently. Regeneration, yeah. So, I don't know how, I mean, apart from falling down and getting hurt, I don't know how hungry we can really get in order
Oh,
to,
we can get hungry.
Well, okay, if you run around enough, maybe. Is that all? Is that coarse, or what is it?
Coarse. You keep leaving me with uneven numbers.
Oh, sorry. Well, I'll take an uneven number, that'll help. This is going to clang in a sec, and then I'll get a thing, probably. 68. Gotta be getting close. 5. Is there 5 left?
Oh, yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, clang. Ooh, stop. So that happened to me. Let me grab this stuff to go. You know, curbside. This entire pandemic just has me amused. I don't know why. People are dying. I know, that's what they do. It's awesome. I don't care. I'm pretty sure I definitively just got an even number because it was like 4 even rows of something.
Okay.
12, 13. I didn't. In the end, I got it. Okay. I'll go throw these down. I'll go get more torches, actually. And then throw these down. And that's a lot of torches now. At least me like 1 stick. That's weird. Which means I probably have another torch. Another 4.
Bedtime?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, let me bounce over and get hungry so I'll regenerate any. Yeah, you can get hungry without getting hurt. You just have to really sprint a lot, and who wants to? Okay, get out of bed. Let's go up here and get this down. And once this is really filled in, I don't know if I can get that done in the next like 6 minutes, but I can get enough done that you'll see what I'm talking about. We can well, when it's filled in, it'll get all grassy, and then we just hit it with bone meal and see. This is flower forest, so if there's gonna be flowers we don't have, we're gonna find them here. And once that's done, and incidentally, flowers are going to be helpful, ironically enough, since I'm mulching all our roses. If you have a flower next to a birch tree when it grows, that's what actually causes the bee thing to happen. The hive, nest, whatever it is.
Yeah, like increases the chances, but...
Yeah, I don't know if it's required, but it certainly helps. So... we'll get a bunch of flowers on the ground anyway, like by just bone mealing to get them. Probably tear them up and then possibly reuse them somewhere, you know, next to the base of a tree. We'll have to do a little thinking about... No, damn it. Oh, that's right there then. About spacing. Otherwise we're going to have a slight issue with... I really hate it when I get that wrong. You know, things. Getting leaves back. But generally we ought to be okay-ish. Let me get that torch back just because I don't want to not get it back, I guess. Where are we on having dirt? I don't have a hoe anymore. I could get one, but I just don't. Well, I could get one. I got another right one now that it doesn't matter what I use to use things up. And this is still, is that done?
Yeah.
How much do you have to work with as far as, you know, yeast seeding? Yogurt seeding on the first?
I have 38.
Okay. Well, much more than that. You're just spending all day, you know, putting them down in the first lead. You might as well just go with the lowest. I got 38 now.
Okay, give me a minute. I will.
No, it's fine. I'm just going to go set these in. If I can at least get the veins done, we'll know. I don't know what the hell we'll know, but we'll have that. It's starting to spread. I'm just thinking we get all this done and we get the lights, and then as we fill in grids with 16 dirts each time, we have it'll start spreading pretty. Oh, I didn't get these. It'll start spreading pretty quickly. On that topic, I'm not sure I can do it right now. Maybe. I got 15 out of 16, and this one's already somewhat filled in. Plus, there's one missing, so we'll just do this. This ought to get us a big chunk of, can't put it in, of grass right here. I got 5 left. I'll bring to you. And get down through this. And yeah, we could just plant the birch trees, but that would get in the way of getting flowers to happen. So I don't think that helps us very much. Here's that for you. Here's... These are done, right? Or not done, I mean.
Not done, just set down.
So it's like what we were doing last time, but backward. I'm doing this and you're cutting them up. Or was it this way before? Yeah, maybe it was like this, I don't remember. Yeah, I was doing this.
Them.
Yep, okay, so whatever. Because it seems familiar suddenly. What? Oh, because you did that. Okay. And then, yeah, hack up and... What's that? Oh, because there's a line. Okay. And the really good news, if we miss one, we'll just end up with a coarse dirt that's ready to put down for night. They stack independently, so it doesn't really matter. Probably should put these torches away before I smack the ground with a hoe. Like something that's not dirt.
These all done?
I think so, yeah. I'll go... did we have a place for torches? Am I out? There's none in there, but that's where they were. So I'll just put these in there.
There might be some in the... yeah.
I don't know. I've lost track of... You must have picked it all up because I don't see any dirt. How much do you have now?
44.
That's not a bad... Well, you need 42 to start, actually. I'll put these into place because I have places for them to go. And then they'll spread out, and then we'll have a, you know, later in an hour or two, we'll have a place to get flowers from, and then we can do trees and try to get beehives and whatever. Actually, I might as well build out logically if it's spreading from that corner. I could also just pick that up and move it, I suppose. Centralize where the grass comes from and let it spread more. Well, it doesn't matter until I have stuff in place for it to spread too. We'll just leave it alone, it's fine. Oh, I was wrong, I have one left. Okay, so where are we on time now? Are we out? Just to be out. We are now at this instant. We'll work on that. We'll get that filled in. And then next time we'll be in position to sort of hit the ground with bone meal to get whatever flowers we're going to get. Are you coming?
Yeah, just, sorry, I had to finish.
I don't really care why. Well, we'll try to get more of that, whatever flower number 6 is. I really can't guess right now. And then we'll start building trees, or, planting trees and bone mealing those, since we'll have the bone meal handy, and try to get a bee nest thing that we can build a campfire under, get an achievement for picking it up that way, whatever. Whatever, we'll see you next time. Bye.